Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Fine.
Fine. I'm very happy and excited to meet all of you at the start of our one-day program on public speaking skills. Okay, you're going to learn public speaking. My name is Azmi. I'll be your trainer, coach, facilitator for this one-day program. And in this one day, you're going to learn a vital skill which will help you in your school work as well as it will help you when you are an adult looking for a job later. Okay, it is a skill of public speaking. Now, public speaking is a skill where you speak in front of an audience. Yeah, a skill that you use to speak in front of an audience, and this skill is useful because the ability to speak in front of an audience will help you to become a leader, and in addition to helping you to become a leader, it will also make you an outstanding student. Do you want to be an outstanding student?
Yes.
Why do you want to be an outstanding student?
Because I'm successful.
Okay, because when you are outstanding, you are successful. Successful in what ways?
In my career.
In your career. Okay, what about you? Why do you want to be outstanding? Same reason. What about you? Same reason also. What about you? Same also. Alright. You are right. Yeah? If you have this skill, then you'll be very successful in your career. But why is that so? Why does this ability and skill make you let you have a successful career? Why? People will trust you.
Because if you speak to anyone else, you can actually influence other people.
Okay, yes, you can influence.
It proves confidence.
Proves confidence. What else? Now, this skill is a vital skill which will help you to become successful in your career because, like you said, it will help you to influence others. Now, when you are working, you need to influence others to agree to your proposal, agree to your point of view, and most importantly, to follow your lead. If you don't influence them to do all this, then you will not be a leader. If you are not a leader, then it will be very difficult for you to be promoted. And if you are not promoted, then you will not be very successful in your career. What do you want to be?
I become a businessman.
A businessman.
Wow.
What about you? A pilot.
Engineer.
Engineer. A doctor. Well, you don't want to be any businessman, isn't it? You don't want to be any businessman. You want to be a successful businessman.
Like
You want to
Azmi
be
Shahrin.
like Jack Ma. You want to be like Bill Gates. You want to be like Steve Jobs. So these are successful businessmen. In Malaysia, we also have people like Tony Fernandez. Yeah, very successful. And one thing that sets them apart from other business persons in Malaysia and the world is because they have the ability to communicate very well. Yeah, you often see them on YouTube. Yeah, you can see plenty of their videos on YouTube, delivering speeches and presentations and speaking. Yeah, when they speak, they will be promoting their products and services. If you have a company and you are selling products and services, if you cannot do a good job promoting them, then you will not be very successful. Okay, just like Jack Ma. Jack Ma goes around the world promoting Alibaba. Yeah, Steve Jobs goes around the world to promote Apple products, isn't it? Yeah, the late Steve Jobs. And Bill Gates, when he was still very actively working at Microsoft, he's now retired. He was also very actively promoting Microsoft products. So you need to be like them in order for you to be successful. Here in Malaysia, you can also see the example of Tony Fernandez. We see him everywhere, isn't it? Yeah, everywhere. If you invite him, he'll surely come. And and he does a good job promoting Air Asia as a brand. So whenever we think of Air Asia, we think of Dr. Tony Fernandez. And that is only because of his ability to speak. You want to be a pilot, okay? But do you want to be a pilot until you retire?
Not sure.
Not sure, okay? Well, you can either choose to be a pilot until you retire, or you can choose to move into management. Many pilots, when they become very senior in their position, they decide to move into the management of the airline. Okay? When they move into the management of the airline, then they will also need these very vital skills to communicate. When you are a pilot, you will only get the opportunity to speak for about 3 minutes during the flight, isn't it? Yeah, to make the announcement of the speed of the plane, the height of the plane, the destination, the arrival, estimated time for arrival, and so on. Yeah, but when you move into the management, then you need to communicate, right? And that is where the challenge is, to communicate with the rest of the airline staff. So you need the skills. You want to be an engineer. Well, you can have all these fantastic designs, engineering designs and solutions in your mind, but you still need to present them, isn't it? Yeah, otherwise they will remain to be on paper, they will remain to be in your mind. Yeah. Who is the architect for KLCC? Cesar Pirelli. He's not an engineer, but he's an architect. Okay, almost similar career. Okay, almost similar occupation. Now, Cesar Pirelli was the architect for KLCC. If he wasn't able to present well, then his design wouldn't be selected for KLCC. And if his design wasn't selected for KLCC, our KLCC today would be a different KLCC. But Don Mahathir, the cabinet, decided on Cesar Pirelli's design, and therefore we have today KLCC. Isn't it? So engineers, you will be constructing and erecting buildings, bridges, airports, and many other types of construction. And you need to communicate well so that the audience can understand your design and your solution and they accept you. Otherwise, you will be a very poor engineer. Right? A very successful engineer is an engineer who often gets jobs because of the winning design and the solutions that he or she has proposed to the audience, to the client. Yeah? You want to be a doctor. Well, there are two types of doctor. Yeah? The first type is a doctor who works in a clinic, who owns a clinic and works in a clinic until retirement. Or you can go on to be a specialist and then a teaching doctor. A teaching doctor is a doctor who teaches other doctors. So the top range, the topmost of the medicine occupation is where you get to teach other doctors, right? So if you want to teach other doctors, then you need to be able to present well. Because if you don't present well, then the other doctors will not be able to understand what you are teaching them, and you will not be a very successful teaching doctor. Okay? So these are some of the reasons why this skill is a vital skill and you need to acquire them. And in this one-day program, I'll be teaching you these skills, and hopefully by the end of the day, when you graduate, then you'll be able to apply these skills and demonstrate that you are now presenting with a big difference. Alright? Now I have a question for you. How do you want me to deliver this program? Because there are two ways of delivering this program. The first way is, I deliver this program in a very serious manner. No laughter, no asking questions, and certainly you are not allowed to go to the toilet. The second manner is I deliver this program in a fun and conducive environment. Yeah, I allow you to ask questions, you're allowed to speak, and you're also allowed to go to the toilet. So which one? The second one. Okay, now, if you want this to be fun and exciting, I need you to assist me. Because I alone cannot make this fun and exciting. Alright? So I need you to assist me to make this session a fun and exciting session. Now, what are some things that I need from you? The first one is, I need you to respond. Respond meaning, I need you to answer questions when I ask you questions, okay? So when I ask you a question, please answer my questions. Alright? When I ask you to take part in an activity, please take part in an activity. When I ask you to clap hands, please clap. When I ask you to go and eat, please go and eat. Okay? And if I tell you a joke, please laugh. Is that okay? Okay. Yeah, otherwise it's going to be boring. There's only 4 of us, 5 of us, including myself. It's going to be a very long day if you don't respond to me. Okay, so please respond to me and make it fun and exciting for yourself as well as for the rest of us. Second, please ask questions. Now in this program, you're allowed to ask questions. So please ask as many questions as you want. Whenever you have a question, immediately raise your hand and ask me the question that you have. And I promise to answer the question that you have given me to the best of my ability. So that's my promise to you. You need to ask questions. Alright? Now, many of us are not very inquisitive. And we need to be more inquisitive. If we want to acquire knowledge, we need to be very inquisitive. And I'm very sure when you were much younger, you were more inquisitive than you are at this point in time. I'm very sure of this. Yeah? When we were younger, when you were 3 to 4 years old, for example, when you saw an animal walk past in front of you, it has 4 legs, fur and long legs, and you don't know the name of the animal. So what do? Ask. You ask that. You ask your daddy. Daddy, what is the name of that animal? And what will your daddy say? It's a cat, or it's a dog, or it's a tiger. Depending on the animal that is in front of you, isn't it? So therefore, today, if you see that same animal in front of you, then you would know the name of that animal. There are millions of species of animals in the world today. Do you know the names of all the animals? No, why?
Never saw them.
You never saw them, but what about those you have seen? Do you know the names of all those animals that you have seen? Why? Yes, because you didn't ask, right? You can ask by asking your parents, your daddy, mommy, or you can also ask Dr. Google, isn't it? But if you didn't ask, you wouldn't know, right? So therefore, you only know the names of the animals in which you have asked. So if you want to expand your knowledge, you need to ask questions. But somehow, as we grew up, yeah, when you enter primary school, when you enter secondary school, sometimes